Jump between our visitors and our home team. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. They'll run with Scott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. They'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Throwing on third down, Laletta. They'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K1 Short able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up fourth down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
On second down now, Scott. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. In for the score. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 1st and 10, Newton got some room at the 30. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go.
Now it's Newton. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Newton now to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Here's Newton. Screenplay, Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They snap it to Newton. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A first down carry here for Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Lawletta. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the Panthers coming out now. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Detroit!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Malden in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Gun! All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll look to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got an open man, Clark. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Newton on 1st down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Set. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit.
Again, Lawletta. And he fends him off. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Switch.
Lawletta back to the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Gone! Over! Watch it now, Barney!
Here's Lawletta. They still can't get him. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll look to throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
This is Elliott. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Dobbs now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On first down, Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10, Newton again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ohio! Come on!
On play action, it's Dobbs. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That's fielded in the end zone. Nifty move. And now running right through it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Downs to throw. He's going to let this one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is fielded at the 27. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Newton on 1st down. Completes it to Aguilar. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Third and long. It's Newton. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done.
Corey Coleman, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and touchdown. Touchdown on the year, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 22. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Lauletta. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Lorenzo Malden in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then against the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To the air yet again, Lauletta. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. We'll get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage.
Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right?
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taking it about the 16. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Lorenzo Malden. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Coming off play action, Lauletta. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, that's Scott, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Flex round! Flex round!
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Play action. It's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go!
From the red zone now, Newton. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Newton. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this 1st half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Now let's go!
And they'll throw again with Larletta. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Touchdown of the afternoon, and the Panthers add on to their lead. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway as that